So hey, I'm in the bathroom right now, and I'm doing this short vlog to tell you guys about yourselves. Well, more specifically, how to understand yourself. So recently, I made a model of the self for our UTS class, which is right here. And it basically talks about our selves having different layers that actually influence each other. But we have one layer, one base layer all of us commonly have. And I represented it as the skull, which is right here. The reason why I represented it as the skull because all of us are made out of bone. Despite our differences, despite our different fat contents, our different muscle masses, despite our heights, despite everything else, we're made of the same organic material. Because yeah, I'm really inclined to science, so yeah, that's the reason for that reference. And in my model, for change to start, you have to start with yourself. And the skull actually represents yourself, your true self that isn't influenced by any other factor, whether it's internal or external. And how I actually use this in my everyday life without even knowing that I was actually using my model was simple. First, I identified the goal, what I wanted to change in myself. And that's happening in the skull, the first layer. Now the second layer is my personality or my principles. I changed how I see things. I changed how I view the world. I started to accept things that I didn't accept before. I lowered down my pride, I lowered everything down and became a humble person. And number three, my emotions. Because everything else, my first and second layer, actually influenced my emotions. Made me more positive, made me more motivated. And to actually think that maybe this goal is actually gonna be fine. And that maybe this goal is achievable, and maybe this is actually gonna make me into a better person. Now next is gonna be my fourth layer, which is actually my friends and family. Now we go to our friends and families to get help because they know us pretty well. They know us even more than we know ourselves. So why not go to them to ask for advice? And now the fifth is actually our interests. We become more passionate. We become more adherent to our previous interests that may have became hidden because of our stress, and now it's gonna slowly arise because hey, we're slowly changing, baby. Then the last is actually our social self, our physical self, because all of the last factors are actually going to be reflected on our physical self. And with that, I hope my model helps you in your future endeavors.